What's up, guys? So today's Monday, February the 13th, and we are at our first job of the week, and it's a pretty good one, pretty big one. Top 5 of my biggest jobs so far, which is awesome. But let me turn the camera around, show you what we got. Alright guys, so this is a storage facility called Extra Space Storage, and we are washing this building. So how I got this job, I message people on LinkedIn all the time. I'll sit down on LinkedIn and I'll search for people, district managers, store managers, anything I can think of somebody that can contact me for pressure washing. And so I had messaged a district manager for Extra Space Storage, and I looked up Extra Space Storage on Google and seen that they had a few locations close to me, so I was like, cool. So I sent her a message. Well, like 2 days later, I got a phone call from the I guess store manager of this location, and he wanted a bid. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I went back to my LinkedIn and looked, and I seen where she had looked at my message. So she didn't reply or nothing. She just passed the information on to her manager here, which is awesome. So I think that might be my first, this might be my first job that I got through LinkedIn. Maybe there was another, but I think this was probably my first job I got through LinkedIn. But anyway, so I came out, I think Thursday, and checked it out, gave him a price later that day, sent an email, sent me insurance and all that already, and he called me back within a few hours and told me that it's approved and go ahead and get scheduled, which is awesome. Very quick turnaround time on that quote, which is kind of unusual, you know. But anyway, so washing the building. Now, the whole building is not bad. Like, you see all this is fine. The bottom's bad. And then up here, we got a few little spots there. But a couple of spots here and there. But it's mainly the bottom, a couple spots on the top. And then we're doing the sidewalks. We're only doing 3 sides of the building. I guess 2 sides have sidewalks technically. And then we're doing, let's see, this curbing and that curbing. And these little parking, well, just those 4 little parking curbs. But the building, I have to look at my invoice and see. I think I did the building at $1,200, because it's not horrible. If the whole building was absolutely horrible, I'd have charged more. But I think I did $1,200 for the building. The sidewalks was maybe $400 to $500 ish, and then the curb, I think $50 on the curb. I'm not sure. The curbing wasn't much, but it came out to, I think, close to $1,900. And then I gave them a 15% discount for a package deal if they decided to get it all done, and it came out to, I think, about $1,600. But you know, $1,600 in one day, you know, that's a hell of a day, in my opinion, and for where I'm at in my business. So, like I said, this is top 5. I think I've only had 5 jobs over $1,000 right now. Yeah, so I'm excited about this one. Going to start down here, do this side first. I don't have anything up here that needs to be washed. It looks great. So we're just gonna be doing the bottom and then the sidewalks. I'll hit that pole. Not worried about this curb over here. I have one water connection down there by the door. But yeah, so on this stuff up here, I'm gonna be soft washing it with my 12 volt. Kind of worried about reaching it, so we'll see. I did order 2 extension wands that are 5 feet or 6 feet. I think 5 feet a piece. And so that should help. And I also, let me show you this. Friday, I took off my barb right here and put in a quick connect. And I have my, I think 150 feet of 1/2 inch on here, but I also have a small section that you're seeing a little while of maybe 25 feet that is quick connected. So I can run just 25 feet if I want to, instead of running it all through the 150 feet. So whenever I get down there and I got to do those few spots, I'm gonna be running through 25 feet of this instead of the whole 150 feet. That should help a lot with my distance. And also I have the extension wands that should give me 10 feet up in the air. And then of course we'll be using the shoe tip. So, and Friday morning I had to go get chemical. I filled up my 55, and then this is filled up probably to about the bottom of the orange strap. It's about a third, so that should give me a good 4.5% mix, and that's what we'll be using on that. So but yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. They open in like 45 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started for the open. You know, hopefully you shouldn't be too much traffic today. I mean, it's a Monday. How many people are gonna be coming get stuff out of storage on a Monday morning? But we'll see. But yeah, so hopefully this one will go smooth and easy, and hopefully it won't take too long for the check to come in. But that's about it. So let me turn the camera around real quick. All right, guys, so if you watched the video that I posted, I actually posted it yesterday, but it was from Thursday or Friday. Thursday. It was from Thursday, but I didn't get around to posting it until yesterday. But if you watched that video, I had mentioned about a big job coming up, and this was not the big job. This is a big job in my books, but a few weeks ago I went out and I bidded an apartment complex. Back in October, so probably 5 months ago now, I sent out flyers to 100 apartment complexes, and I also emailed all of them the flyer that I could find an email address for. And I did get one job from that. That was the apartment breezeways that we did back in November, and I also quoted another job for sidewalks. But this one was one of the apartments that I had sent that out back in November. They called me a few weeks ago and wanted to get an estimate done, so I went out there the next day, met with them, and it was a big one, my biggest one I've ever sent in by far. It was 15 buildings. They're all 3 to 4 stories, and with breezeways and some sidewalks. And they called me back on Thursday and told me that I got approved for the job, and so that was big news for me, big news for the company, because that's going to tremendously help us out for 2023, get the ball rolling with a huge job. I think I might do it by myself. If I do, it'd take me a good 3.5 weeks. I thought about outsourcing it with help, like me and another company. I got a guy in Birmingham that does great work that has kind of been one of my mentors, in my opinion, and he was the first one I reached out to about this. But thought about splitting the job with him and his other guy 3 ways, but I think I want to do it by myself after thinking about it for a while. For one, to get all the money to myself, because that would really help the business out a lot, and for 2, to prove to myself that I can put my big boy pants on and do a big boy job, honestly. So, but I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm still waiting for my insurance, and I think they're doing a background check too. I'm waiting on that to be approved, but hopefully this week that will be approved, and I will be able to get that scheduled and get started on that one. So that's going to be an exciting job to do, and it's going to be some great footage and some great information for y'all whenever I start on that one. So 2023 starting off pretty slow, but it is making a good turn going up. So we're excited, very excited about that. That's going to do a lot for us financially, and it's going to do a lot for me mentally, as far as business owner wise and stuff. So but anyways, I'm about to get started here. I'm gonna try to get some footage. I'm probably gonna do one video of me doing one section of sidewalk, and then do a video of me soft washing the building spot up there, so y'all can see that. I'm not going to record the whole thing because you know, half of it is sidewalks and half of it's just a little bit of building, so I'm not going to show y'all the curbs. But anyways, I'll get y'all some good footage today. What's up, guys? Doing a little voiceover here for you. So on this job, I started on this one side of the building here, went down the wall and got all the bricks done on the bottom first. I also did my edges, as you can see, up close to the wall where the surface cleaner can't get to. Got the pole cleaned up, and then I started on the surface cleaning. There's a little hallway right there, entrance, and I had to go get the squeegee and squeegee that water out because it was sitting in there. But I was having trouble with water. I only had one buffer tank for today, and the water could not keep up with it. So I had to stop several times throughout the day to get water back in the buffer tank. Which, you know, it's okay. I got through it, so it made me take some breaks here and there. So, but yeah, other than that, this was about 3.5 hours of videos that I got for y'all today. A lot of editing to get it down under 30 minutes. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Finally done with this side here. Rinsing it off now. This is just one section of this side. There's still another one to do, and that I didn't record. But if you see that light right there, there's a little bit of black around that light, and that was something I seen. It was bugging me. It was about the only dirty spot on this side of the building, and I had to get it off. So broke out the 12 volt, knocked it off. You can see it's disappeared now. So and on the sign, on the green letters, there's a little bit of black stuff. I was able to downstream and get those little streaks off of there. But yeah, just around that light was basically the only thing on this side that I had to 12 volt. And around that awning was a little bit of stuff that I hit just to get off real quick. I could have pressure washed it, but since I had the 12 volt out already, I just hit it real quick. Alright guys, a little update. 2 hours in, taking way longer than it should. So far, we just have the brick on this side done, the 12 volting done, and this one section of concrete. We still got this section of concrete to do, and then the whole front side and the other side, and some curbs. But what's taking so long is the water. The water pressure here is garbage. Garbage. So I have a 6.8 gallon machine. Right now I only have one buffer tank. This 55 is my only buffer tank. So this is a 4% mix right now, and this is straight 12.5. Normally this is my second buffer tank, but right now I'm using it as a batch. So I sucked through that 55 real quick, and this water's not keeping up. I do have 150 feet of water hose going because there's only one water outlet way down there on the other side of the front door. As I move to the front, and I'm only on probably 50 feet or 100 feet, it'd be a little bit better, but I had to stop probably 5 times doing that and wait on water. It was horrible. So I can't imagine being here with like a 10 gallon a minute or something like that. There's no way, unless you got a big old trailer with a like a 225 buffer tank. So I'm struggling a little bit on the water. I figured being a commercial place, normally the water pressure is amazing, but not in this case. So it's all right. I'm just stopping right now for a little bit. I'm gonna sit around, take a little break, and let it build up water pressure, build up water in the tank, so I'm not having to stop as much. Hopefully, whenever I surface clean this section, I did. You couldn't really tell in the video, but there was a little bit of black on the green letters up there. I was able to get that off downstream, and then under this awning right here was a lot of black on the brick and a little bit around it, and then around that light had a little bit. But on this side of the building was pretty much clean, besides the brick on the bottom that we did when I first got here. Other than that, it was pretty much clean. There's a couple of spots that I 12 volted, and that seemed to work pretty good. But on the front side is where the main dirty spots are that needs to be 12 volted. So I'll take a video of that in a little bit, but we're gonna let the water build up for a little bit, and then we will get on to surface cleaning this side. Trying to get this side finished up quickly as possible so we can move around the front, and because that's the biggest part, go ahead and get that knocked out. Like I said, I changed out my 12 volt hose instead of using all the 150. I just have a quick connect here, running to, I'm not sure how much hose that is, 25, 30 feet. It's this extra piece I had left over. So but it seemed to work pretty good. Kyle Davis shear tip. I was able to hit that light just fine with that wand. But like I said, I do have that 10 feet of extensions that I might need on the front side. We'll see. The wind is not blowing at all right now, so that helped tremendously. If the wind was blowing, I might have a little bit of issue, but I have that 10 feet of extension wand in case I need it in a little bit. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so now we're on the front side of the building, soft washing the blackness up top. On the very top, you can see there's a little bit on the bricks that are about midway up, but the main thing was the black on the very top. And I know my 12 volt setup was a little sketchy. I was using 2 extension wands. It was about probably 12 feet of extension wands. And but it worked. I was at my maximum reach. I could barely get it to reach, but luckily, as you can see, it's working great. 4% mix. My bleach pump's only 5.5 gallons, and it's never been great as far as distance as some people that I see. I don't know why, but 5.5 gallons a minute, and it is roughly maybe 30 feet total of hose that is ran through with Kyle Davis shear tip and 2 extension wands. But I was able to get it If you're watching this video and you made it this far, drop me a comment. If you haven't subscribe already. You got a big job coming soon. That it's gonna be awesome. Good, awesome videos from it. And then the bricks on the front side right here was the worst, and also the sidewalk right here was the worst spot. But just white tipping the bricks. You know, I got turbo nozzles and stuff, but I like the white tip. I feel comfortable with it, that I'm not going to tear up anything. Even if I accidentally get too close to something, you know, it comes off just fine with the white tip. But got the bricks cleaned up, and then now onto the sidewalk. You can see how filthy it is. It's so dirty that surface cleaning it doesn't even look as good as it normally does. But after I got done and rinsed off, excuse me, and post-treated it, it turned out great. But a lot of trash and a lot of sand and everything on this sidewalk here. And I did heavily rinse the parking lot, trying to get all of that stuff past the parking spots into the main area of the parking lot. It eventually get washed away and everything, but I didn't want it to wind up back on the sidewalk when it rains in a few days. So I got it a good 10-15 feet away from the sidewalk, all the trash and debris and everything. But as you can tell, look at the sidewalk. Turned out amazing. Customer was very happy. I sent them all the pictures this morning, and sent them the invoice this morning and everything. But when I talked to him last night before I left, he was very happy with it. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So hope you like this video. It's a pretty big job for me by myself, but I got it knocked out though, so that's all that matters. So I might not have the best equipment, but sometimes you just gotta figure out how to get stuff done. That's part of being a business owner. And then here I'm just, you know, just like I said, rinsing the parking lot really good, trying to get all that trash out of there. But y'all have a good one. What's up, guys? So it's about 5:45 and I'm finally finished. Got here about 8:45 really. I don't think I sprayed water until probably 9:15, something like that. But basically good whole 8 hours, or 9 hours. Total of 9 hours exactly here, and got it done. So got the building washed, the sidewalks all the way around, curbing. It was a pretty big job. I had to stop, I don't know, 8 to 10 times and wait on water. Whenever I was soft washing with the 12 volt, after I got done with that and started using the pressure washer, I would normally get going for good 30 minutes or so before I started having water issue. But if I'm just doing surface cleaning or something, probably 30-45 minutes, as long as that I was able to go before I started running out of water. So, but anyways, let me flip the camera around, show you what we got. I haven't put anything up yet. I just went in and got the customer, and he came out and we did a walk around. So I'm gonna send them the invoice in a little while, and then when I get home later tonight, I'll do all the before and after pictures. I normally do that before I leave, but with this one being so many and it's late and I'm a good hour away from home, so I'm gonna wait and send all them probably in the morning, but I'll put them all together tonight, and then we'll get paid a couple weeks. So that's just how most commercial stuff goes. So sometimes they pay with the card right then, but most of the time it's a check and they go through somebody, and it takes, 2 or 3 weeks. But that's fine, we're used to it. You just gotta you got to know that's going to happen and know how to manage with that. But anyways, let me turn the camera around and show y'all real quick. Alright guys, so let me go up here and show you this side. I didn't never show y'all this side at all, but did curbs, these curves all the way up, and then up here on the second floor we did some bricks on the bottom up here, so did a little bit of rock climbing, and then there's a door up there with the concrete pad. We did the concrete pad, and then the bottom of the bricks up there, and then sidewalk all the way down, and then the sidewalk on the other side of the building that was in the beginning of the video. And then of course these little curves washed the parking spaces off pretty much. You can see, like, you can just see all the trash. It's gonna rain in like 2 days, so that will help with that, but I don't want all the trash to be up here, because one, it looks bad, and two, when it rains it might go back this way. You know, for this spot that's kind of level, down there it's up, you won't have that issue, but I still blow as much of it as I can just to make it look more professional. But anyways, but yeah, pretty clean. I'm happy with that. Customer's happy with it. There is a rust spot down there. I don't have any rust stuff. I haven't used none in probably 6 months. But anyways, I told him it was a rust spot, and yeah, so he found that. But it's just a little spot. If you see it in the video, you know, don't comment, you need to use this blah blah for the rest. I know. I just don't care, because nobody wants to pay for it, and I don't see it that much at all really around here. So, but anyways, wasn't too bad. So I'm glad the whole building was not horribly dirty, because this would have been a 2-day job for me. But yeah, we got it done. So big day for me, in my opinion, knocking out a job like this by myself. You know, I made $1,600 in 9 hours, so that's pretty good. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna pay myself all of that, of course, but you know, I have probably, I say $15 in gas, not counting my truck gas, and the chemical probably good 80. We'll say good 80 bucks, because chemical's about $3.80 right now probably, and I probably used see, I don't know, probably a good 35 gallons. So we'll just say 80 bucks. So, you know, less than $100 it costed me basically for this job. So, you know, can't beat that. I think if it's, you know, 10% is a good thing, and that would have been, you know, 160 bucks in expenses. So so as long as I'm under 10%, you know, I have no problem with that. So anyways guys, I'm gonna start getting this wrapped up and get out of here. We'll see y'all on the next one.